I am Moses, a humble shepherd, once a prince of Egypt, now called by a voice from a burning bush, the voice of the Almighty God. He commanded me, his servant, to return to the land of my birth, to confront the mighty Pharaoh, and to demand the release of his chosen people, the Israelites, from centuries of brutal slavery. My heart was heavy with doubt, for I was slow of speech and felt unworthy of such a monumental task. Yet the Lord assured me, I will be with you, and Aaron, your brother, shall be your spokesman. With this divine promise, and a staff that would soon become an instrument of miracles, I embarked on a journey that would forever alter the course of history. My brother, Aaron, and I stood before Pharaoh, a ruler whose heart was as hard as the stones of his grand pyramids. We delivered God's message. Let my people go. Pharaoh, in his arrogance, scoffed. Who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go. Instead of relenting, he intensified the Israelites' suffering, forcing them to make bricks without straw, crushing their spirits further. This was but the beginning of a divine confrontation, a series of trials designed to break Pharaoh's will and demonstrate the unparalleled power of the one true God. The Lord then unleashed his wrath upon Egypt, not out of malice, but to reveal his glory and to liberate his people. The first plague struck with terrifying swiftness. Aaron, at God's command, stretched out his staff over the waters of Egypt, and instantly, every river, canal, and pond, even the water in vessels, turned to blood. The fish died, the water became undrinkable, and a stench filled the air. For 7 days, Egypt suffered. Yet Pharaoh's heart remained unyielding, for his own magicians, through dark arts, could replicate this wonder on a smaller scale. Next came the plague of frogs. Swarms of them emerged from the Nile, invading homes, beds, ovens, and kneading bowls. They were everywhere, a slimy, croaking torment. Pharaoh, overwhelmed, pleaded with me to intercede, promising to release the Israelites. I prayed, and the frogs died, their decaying bodies piling up in heaps. But as soon as relief came, Pharaoh hardened his heart once more, breaking his word. The third plague was gnats. From the dust of the earth, countless tiny insects arose, biting and irritating both man and beast throughout Egypt. This time, Pharaoh's magicians confessed their defeat, declaring, "This is the finger of God." Yet, even this divine acknowledgement failed to sway Pharaoh's stubborn spirit. Then came the plague of flies. Dense swarms of flies infested every Egyptian home. But miraculously, the land of Goshen, where the Israelites resided, remained untouched. Pharaoh, seeing this clear distinction, offered a compromise. The Israelites could sacrifice to their God, but only within Egypt. I refused, knowing God demanded their complete freedom to worship in the wilderness. Pharaoh agreed to let them go, only to renege once again after the flies departed. The fifth plague targeted Egypt's livestock. A devastating pestilence swept through the fields, killing horses, donkeys, camels, cattle, and sheep belonging to the Egyptians. Not a single animal of the Israelites perished. Still, Pharaoh's heart remained hardened. Next, God commanded me to take handfuls of soot from a furnace and throw them into the air. This caused painful boils and festering sores to erupt on both Egyptians and their animals, even afflicting Pharaoh's magicians, who could no longer stand before me. Yet, Pharaoh's resistance persisted. The seventh plague brought forth a terrifying storm of hail and fire. Thunder roared, lightning flashed, and massive hailstones mixed with fire rained down, destroying crops, trees, and everything in the open fields. It was a devastation unlike any Egypt had ever known. Pharaoh, momentarily humbled, admitted, "I have sinned this time. The Lord is righteous, and I and my people are wicked." He promised to let the people go, but as soon as the storm ceased, his resolve crumbled, and he hardened his heart yet again. The eighth plague was locusts. A vast swarm descended upon Egypt, devouring every green thing that the hail had left behind, leaving the land utterly barren. Pharaoh, desperate, called for me, confessing his sin and begging for forgiveness. He promised to release the Israelites. I prayed, and a strong west wind swept the locusts into the Red Sea. But true to his nature, Pharaoh once again refused to let the people go. The 9th plague plunged Egypt into 3 days of thick, palpable darkness. It was a darkness so profound that people could not see one another, nor could they move from their places. Yet, in the dwellings of the Israelites, there was light. This stark contrast highlighted God's protective hand over his people. Pharaoh, in his final attempt to control, offered to let the Israelites go, but insisted their flocks and herds remain. I declared, "Not a hoof shall be left behind." With that, Pharaoh, enraged, banished me from his sight, threatening death if I ever returned. Then came the 10th and most terrible plague, the death of the firstborn. God instructed the Israelites to mark their doorposts with the blood of a lamb, a sign for the angel of death to pass over their homes. On that dreadful night, a cry of anguish rose from every Egyptian household as the firstborn perished. Only those under the blood of the Passover lamb were spared. Pharaoh, utterly broken, finally summoned me and Aaron, pleading to leave. "Rise up, go out from among my people. Go, serve the Lord as you have said." And so, after 430 years, the Israelites began their exodus. Our journey led us towards the Red Sea, a vast expanse of water. Behind us, Pharaoh, consumed by regret, mobilized his army and pursued us. We were trapped, the sea before us, the Egyptian army behind us. Panic seized my people. They cried out, questioning why I led them to die in the wilderness. Their faith wavered, replaced by despair and fear. But I, Moses, stood firm, my heart anchored in God's promise. I declared, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still." It was a moment of profound testing, the clash of human fear against divine assurance. Then, the voice of the Lord came to me, clear and commanding. "Why do you cry to me? Tell the children of Israel to go forward. Lift up your staff. Stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it." With trembling hands, I raised the staff. A mighty east wind began to blow, parting the waters, creating a dry path. The waters stood like colossal walls, a breathtaking spectacle of divine power. The Israelites walked across the seabed on dry ground, their faces etched with wonder. As the last reached the other side, Pharaoh's army charged into the parted sea. Just as the last Israelite stepped onto the shore, the Lord commanded me to release the waters. I obeyed, and the mighty walls of water collapsed, engulfing Pharaoh's army. Not a single Egyptian soldier survived. The Lord delivered Israel, and the people believed in the Lord and in Moses. The Red Sea became a testament to God's miraculous power and deliverance. It was a moment of transformation, from bondage to freedom, from fear to faith. God is forever to be praised.